Hey guys, what's up? Spectre here, and I'm back with even more Skyrim mods for PS4, and today I'll be covering graphic mods. Let's begin. We'll start with Dolomite weather and lighting overhaul. I usually stick with surreal lighting, which you can check out in my list from last year. But Dolomite delivers much more realistic lighting for those of you going for a more authentic look as opposed to Surreal's more saturated tones. This mod improves everything from the weather to the skybox to draw distance and overhauls outdoor lighting in true ENB fashion. While I usually stay away from this style of lighting, I have to admit that it delivers a beautiful look. If you pick any one mod on this list to instantly improve your experience, this is the one. Project Hippie is the next mod on this list, and it adds more foliage throughout Skyrim. It adds more trees in the in-game forests, but also adds a touch of greenery to existing cities as well. It creates more foliage on the ground as an added bonus. For those of you using mods to change the appearance of cities, I would check the description for compatibility details. In last year's list, I went with ELE interior lighting, but many of you found that it made dungeons and interiors a touch too dark. For those of you who want a happy middle ground, I give you Luminosity lighting overhaul. This mod delivers a softer glow to interior light sources. Instead of adding new light sources which can lead to issues and glitches, this mod recolors the vanilla lighting and improves it. This mod is highly compatible with any outdoor lighting mod, such as Dolomite, which I mentioned earlier, so make sure to check it out. If you're like me, you don't only want improved graphics when walking across Skyrim and taking in the scenery, you also want it in the heat of combat. Increased blood amount is a mod that increases the chance of blood spatter after every hit. Those blood spatter textures have also been enhanced and will remain on the ground and your weapons longer than in the base game. Blood opacity even changes depending on how hard you hit your opponent. This is a must-have mod for the scrappers and warriors among you, and maybe even the blood mages. These next two mods were in my list from last year and are worth mentioning because, well, no one has managed to top them since then. The first is Water and Terrain Enhancer. This mod makes the surface of the water in Skyrim look pristine while also making it flow more realistically depending on the size of the body of water. It even adds better sounds for waves and includes custom bodies of water for areas like Riften. Overall, this mod is still a must-have, just make sure to keep it near the bottom of your load order according to its creator. The next blast from the past is Obsidian Mountain Fog, which makes fog look much better than in the base game. From up close or afar, fog will roll more realistically as it hugs the mountains, delivering added realism and stunning beauty. It's a standalone mod, meaning weather mods such as Dolomite will not affect it. Make sure to add it to your load order for stunning vistas like this. Before I get to the last mod on this list, I wanted to pop in and remind you to subscribe for more Skyrim mods and coverage for games like Cyberpunk 2077, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, and Borderlands 3. But back to the mods. I've suggested a few mods that could rob you of frames, so why not recommend one designed to help your frame rate? Underwater Grass deleted PS4, well, deletes all underwater foliage in the game. We rarely spend time underwater in Skyrim, so why devote resources to assets we barely see? Add this to your load order to enjoy a more stable experience while giving up very little. And that's it for this mod list. For reference, all mods are in the description with full names and timestamps. And don't forget to check out my list from last year. This year was centered around more subtle and realistic graphic mods, while last year's list was more highly stylized, and you can even mix and match to your preferences. Make sure to sub for more mods, and as always, thanks for watching, guys.